Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Thoughts on Education. Today, we have with us Dr. H.K. Patel, the HOD of Instrumentation and Control Engineering at Institute of Technology of Nirma University. Welcome to the Collegedunia portal, sir. Pleasure having you.
Thank you.
So, sir, I'd like you to give a brief introduction about yourself to our audience.
Okay, so on the introduction part, let me start with my name. I am Dr. Patel. I have a PhD degree in Instrumentation and Control Engineering, and I am having more than 23 years of academic and 5 years of industrial exposure. I am working with Nirma since 2000. To my credit, I have 5 international books, more than 63 research publications in reputed international journals, and to add, I have won 3 international awards which are in the field of academia only. So with this vast experience, I have been serving with Nirma since last more than 20 years, and I'm proud to be the faculty of the young technocrats of the instrumentation domain who is going to rock the world in the coming time.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for your response. So, sir, beginning with the interview, like you mentioned, you've been at Nirma for almost a little more than 20 years.
Yeah.
So, you've had several key positions at Nirma University in your professional career. So, what are the key factors that are keeping you connected to the education sector?
Key factors, like if you say education sector is the sector which gives the feeling of satisfaction of building the nation. The generations to come, they will have to play a pivotal role in the nation building, and being the academician, it is our privilege to build the generation.
Right. So, my next question to you would be that, being the HOD of the Instrumentation and Control Engineering Department, what is your philosophy on leadership, and how would you like to describe your leadership style?
Oh, great question. Always love to answer this question. Frankly speaking, the leader must be leading from the front. It is must, and I very firmly believe that a successful leader must acquire the position into the heart of his colleagues and subordinates. I prefer to provide the solutions to the problems rather than listening to the excuses. In short, if you ask me about my leadership style, I would say that I always believe in having a hand on the shoulder rather than having a sword on the head.
Right. So how does the curriculum of your department ensure the best practices of the industry?
Being the private university, we are having the autonomy to design and implement the curriculum at very frequent intervals. We have the renowned people from various industries as the stakeholder in our board of studies and other governing councils. So the timely implementation of the input received from various stakeholders is very easy for the private institution like Nirma, and we have a well-structured process of getting the feedback and implementing the same to get synchronized with the academia and industry.
So in that case, what would you say your roles and responsibilities to the university as well as the students are?
Frankly speaking, Nirma University emphasizes on the transformation of the student into the worthy citizens. So being the head of the department, I must execute the plans well in synchronization with the vision and mission statement of the department, institute and university. I have to play a pivotal role right from the admission process to the convocation process, and not only up to that, going beyond that, I need to be very much instrumental with our alumni and alma mater as well.
Okay. So what do you think should be the department and institute's priority over the next 10 years?
Looking forward to the increasing demand of automation professionals, our primary aim is to increase the intake of our program, which is the electronic and instrumentation program, from this year to double at least, following by the well-defined and industry-oriented postgraduate program, which is we are planning in a very near future, and in due course of time, department is interested in increasing the outcome on the R&D and consultancy with the help of the industry supported center of excellence.
Okay, that's great, sir. So when you first came to Nirma University, what was your vision for the university? Has it evolved over time?
Again, a very nice question,
Right.
because my journey with Nirma started around 23 years back, and frankly speaking, right from day one, I have envisioned the top-notch position for my department. With the advancement in the technology and the new areas have emerged like machine learning, robotics, artificial intelligence, IIoT, right? So, and I am very much delighted that our BTech in Electronics and Instrumentation program is very much in synchronization with the demand of the upcoming industries and the existing industry scenario. So we are assured of our bright and efficacious future.
What would you like the people to know about the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering they might not know?
A couple of things. The fact that automation is the next era. So undoubtedly the automation professional will be the future. So upcoming decade belongs to us. Secondly, we have signatured our presence in the industry and academia with the excellence through numerous international awards and recognition in our domain over a period of time. To add, the faculty strength and expertise is unmatched with the peers, and the association of department with industry leaders is exceptional. Just to give an example, that we are having the Mitsubishi sponsored factory automation laboratory, which is a unique of its own kind, which is having the worth of around 80 lakhs. So it is just an example, not to forget the industry placement scenario even for our program. Last year in 2021, the placement is 102%. That means we are having almost 100% placement for our students.
That's absolutely great. Wishing the Institute of Technology and specifically the Department of Instrumentation all the very best for the future endeavors, sir. Moving on, what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and for Institute of Technology specifically?
Frankly speaking, higher education must keep the pace with the fast changing trends and technologies to match the industry needs. Today's academician must get themselves updated continuously. So, due to visionary management at Nirma, we are able to maintain the pace and almost no significant challenges are foreseen in the upcoming time. However, let me tell you that journey towards excellence is the culmination of ups and downs. So there are nominal ups and downs are always there, and it is the part of journey.
Right. So, what are some of the plans that you're currently implementing or will be designing for the Department of Instrumentation and Control Engineering?
Couple of things I have already shared. I am committed to create basically a learner-centric approach for and a student-friendly environment in the department that can provide more hands-on practice and industrial exposure. The involvement of undergraduate students, which is also a very, very important thing for the research project and the research publications, which is in line, and the postgraduate program, which will be very soon we are planning to start in the department. That will be again bridging the gap between the undergraduate and the PhD program. So these are the very near future plans for the department.
Right. Thank you so much for your response, sir. Moving to the last part of the interview, I would request you to give a few suggestions or advices to the current youth or maybe the students planning to pursue engineering at Institute of Technology.
Okay, good. This question, I'm sorry to say that nowadays the most aspiring students, those who are seeking admission in the undergraduate programs, particularly in the engineering, they are either the mob driven or the trend driven people. They are taking the advices from some irrelevant people like friends, neighbors, and they are going through some social media which are baseless, right? So rather than that, I would like to say that they must consider the valid criteria like overall development of the student, the placement, the infrastructure of the institution, the competitive environment provided, the development of the soft skills which is required. This criteria must be considered by the aspirant, which is must for everyone. And because they are people who are in contact with the academia and industry, they should be always approaching the faculties of the renowned institution while taking the admission for the right advice.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, that's correct. Anyway, sir, on this note, I'd like to conclude the interview.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Ham.
thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure having you on board, sir.
It was pleasure on my side as well.
Thank you, sir.
I wish all the very best to the aspirant students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.